Last week, I sat down and I mapped out a full Q2 marketing plan for Handmade U. I'm talking everything, right? I put in our signature experiences, our monthly events. I was like, I'm going to send emails. These are things I'm going to do on social media, some local outreach, and even partnerships, like, doing tables at vendor fairs. And then, per usual, life got busy, right? So I gave myself grace because things happen. Now, usually that would have been it, right? That would have been the end. I made this plan and I was like, no follow through, so I'm done. Like, I already missed a week, I'm done. But yeah, I am so serious about doing things differently right now. And so I'm not doing that this time. Over the past 2 weeks, I did get some things done. I ordered, besides the marketing plan, I actually ordered some pens and I made some notepads so that I have something that I could give out to people with our website and our logo so it could walk. And then I actually focused on our vendor booth because I had a vendor event last week at my sister's school for celebrating Black History Month. I know it was March, but it was rescheduled. So through that process, there was two things that stood out to me. Working on that booth was a completely different experience for me this time. So I actually slowed down and I took time to think about this booth. One of the things that I always do is I just have so much stuff on my booth. I always overdo it. And so I tried to simplify it and I broke it down to only having 7 different items on my table. And I made sure that they aligned with Handmade U by making sure they were all craft kits. So that's it. I had 7 things and that was it. In order to make the table more interactive, I tried to make sure that there was a sample of each of the different projects that was completed. And in addition to that, I'm like prototypes that I started that people could kind of play around with to see if they could do it. One of the largest differences was my signs and my pitch. So I really worked on how I described my products and I worked on what the signage said to try to create a little bit more appeal to the audience. Of course, I used my friend Chatty G to help me. I'll be honest, y'all, that was hard. It forced me to get clearer, like not just on what I made, but why it matters and how I'm supposed to say or express it to people so that they get it, right? So as an example, I make these little Lego keychains that I sell, and you put them together and they make a heart. So like usually I'm like, oh, I have these keychains. They are made from genuine Lego parts. You can pick whichever colors you want, and when you put them together, they're gonna form a heart. So you get 2 pieces for $5. You can keep one, and then you can give one to someone special. So I told that to Chatty G, and Chatty G actually was like, yep, I'm gonna give you a 6 out of 10 because you tried. And I was like, oh. So I was like, all right, so here we go. So now I would say something like, wait, can I show you something cute? Watch this. And then actually physically grab them and say, these 2 pieces here snap together and they make a heart. Oh. And then you keep one and then you get to give one to someone that you love. Oh my goodness. But I did that for every product, right? So I had some new language to try out and use. As you can see in this video, you can see my setup, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love the final setup. It wasn't really giving what it needed to give. So I'm gonna continue to work on that. The second thing that I did was I got out of my comfort zone and I invited people to upcoming events. I didn't invite everybody. I didn't send out, a mass post and then cross my fingers and just hope that everybody sees it. I actually sent text messages and I reached out to people in the DMs to invite them. And I mean people who I thought actually might be interested in the event, not just anybody. So that was a little bit outside of my comfort zone to do because I don't like bothering people. But I ended up having some good conversations with some folks that I reached out to. And so who knows? We'll see this weekend if it did anything. But I feel like I should continue to do that. Not make it like the whole plan, but at least designate some time to actually make some connections with people. Oh, guess what? So part of my marketing plan includes me actually doing like a campaign to launch things. So when I come out with a new class or a new product, like give it its time, make it an official launch, because guess what? That's not what we've done. Like I've actually never had a launch for Handmade U. Like we just opened the doors and was like, okay, here comes a miracle. You know, that saying they say like build it, they will come. Well, no. But that's over. So we are actually going to be planning a relaunch for Handmade U, and we're going to be celebrating the 5th anniversary, because I can't believe we started this LLC in 2021. Ugh, 5 years. Come on, let's go. All right, so now before I start rambling and getting silly, I'm just going to say thank y'all for watching. I would love to hear your tips, strategies, supports, comments, all of the things. I don't really know if there's a right or wrong way to do the things that I'm doing, but I'm experimenting, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna figure this out. I really want to get marketing as a skill under my belt, and once I figure it out, I want to share it with you all. So until next time, stay crafty.